Hello, hello, hello. How is it going? So I think we're going to be drawing a character from, if anyone knows the manga, I don't know the English name, but where the dude gets reincarnated as a slime. I think we're going to be drawing. It's not the main character, but I'm going to pull up Mr. Reference. This guy. There we go. Took a bit of time on, but my day was pretty good. I was basically just studying all day, and then I had to go to work, so nothing actually fun happened, but because my current class is just studying for like an Amazon certification, so it's like the driest material possible. So you just gotta sit there, be bored. We have to remember it all. So, one of those fun things. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do another one or not. The sleep schedule was fixed at once upon a time, except for today. But actually, I think what killed it was I went to see the Demon Slayer movie with some of the boys, and might have been on the road back to my place, which is 2 hours away, at like 4 a.m. That was on Friday, but I think that kind of offset some schedules. But we should be good now, for the most part. Hopefully, anyway. We had like a good streak of about 5 days. Yeah, I don't know how clean I want to go with Mr. Sketch. I might just go like super rough and fix it all in rendering, but progress is progress. Yeah, I think I might just start going to the gym in the morning, and then that solves all these problems. I mean, I used to do that. It just like sucks, but I don't remember it being that bad after a little bit. We can start a new early bird arc.
This is my last track, and I really did this
The only problem with that though is like, because that ends up you wake up at like 5,
anybody that's into
zero social life because you can't do anything. You have to be in bed at like 9, or you're just absolutely cooked.
any genre that you're into. If you
Oh yeah, music today. I got it from one of my friends, but it's my best friend or your best friend Jippy. So I don't know if it's like if he's signed to a label or anything. So I guess we'll find out if this stream gets taken down. But I think it's fair as long as you credit, you're good. But I don't know. I actually didn't read that. He just told me. So let's see. haven't drawn at all today. Well, besides just making this sketch real quick. So we're at little. We still need to warm up, but I don't really feel like actually warming up, so we might just have to hop in. Whoopsie. Minimized every tab. Should probably just figure out some more of the outfit. There is like an actual, like it's an actual outfit in the manga, but I don't have the reference for it right now, so we're just kind of going by what I think it looks like. That is one of the things I like about the manga, though, is they do change outfits. I would say like every other panel, or not every other panel, like every other chapter, which is nice because then it's not like, I don't know, they just got drip. Like the whole cast is drip game. Which is always appreciated because then you can tell it's like, okay, they're definitely not lazy. Because especially in some like webtoons, I'm like, okay, this artist is kind of slacking a little bit. We're using more 3D models than like actually drawing. Which I do know if it's like a weekly release, I feel like that's gotta. That's where you start spamming 3D models. Because I think it's like 40 pages or something. If you're weekly is like the minimum, and if you write your story too, and I'm sure you have to send it to like an editor, that kind of blows.
Just for a change, let's see you do something really heavy on your own.
I might be a best friend Jippy enjoyer actually now that I hear it. I was like, all I knew coming into it was that he sounds like similar sound to like MF Doom, which I'm not like a crazy fan of, so I wasn't sure if I would be a fan, but so far I'm messing with it.
They are actually attempting to do, for them, relatively commercial music. And it came out sounding like what Top 40 may have sounded like had Martians listened to it and done their own versions.
Right.
So on one hand, there are very commercial things on it from my own point of view. but at the same time, it wound up being a conglomeration or a mixture.
See, I'm not too sure what I want to do for lighting or anything like that.
Sort of 1960s.
We might just do something simple. I want to actually render it and like do a good job, I think. So let's see how much time allows, because I don't really want to be up a crazy late. So
What to expect here?
Well, let's see. That's a good challenge.
I've been seeing a lot of really good artists on Instagram, so I'm kind of wanting to lock in a little bit.
Commercial means, is that right?
Right. There's no, actual distribution. It's something that we hope to take care of soon. But as of right now, the records are only available through mail order. Lack of commerciality.
Welcome to Australia. Oh, this is Australia? Shit, I'm in the wrong place. What are you doing here, really? Here? Yes, in this country. I'm looking for the meaning of life.
It is a still, quiet night. The stars, the moon, and perhaps the trees nearby. All is well.
Cool. It's alright, 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 alright. Fly, fly. Floating in the galaxy, the UFO is the object. Round suspect. Twirling over the land. Matte black ship. Hovering over the city. With my best friend Jippy. All up way beyond the satellite. Stars in the twilight nights. The celestial division, Area 54. Is that cosmic mission?
I'll just lay down without them. Yeah, no, I'm the type where I have like 50 blankets on my bed. My mom does this thing where she just makes quilts and then I end up with them. So I have, I think 3. She's actually making another one right now. So it's like, we just got a stash essentially. So yeah, every time like I attempt to make my bed, the math doesn't make sense because there's just no way. There just isn't room, just flat out. Well, if you borrow one, then she'll just keep on making it. Because she does the thing that I used to do with drawing, where it's like, oh, I can't draw this because it's not for someone, like it doesn't serve a purpose. She does that with quilts. I'm like, bro, you could just make them to make them. You don't need. Should wash your sheets at the same time. That's a classic error. I just take them to a laundromat that's 30 minutes away and just hang them all outside. Like, wash them there, hang them all outside. Call it a day. I have to like dedicate one for my dog though, because as we know, he likes to lick things, and he'll just go to town on a blanket. So I gotta like just forfeit one to him, and that'll just be the one that he uses. Also, like a thing he's been doing recently is scratching this pillow. It's a wedge pillow, so it's just shaped like, a wedge, like this, and he'll just stand here and just scratch at it. For like 30 minutes, and he's fat and old, so that's like actual exercise for him. I don't know why he started doing that, but it's kind of like peak rage bait on his end, because like imagine you're trying to debug this program and it's not working, it hasn't been working for 8 hours, and then you just hear for like 30 minutes. It's so bad. He was actually just doing it, and now he's tired and sleeping. It's his now, exactly. Yeah, he just, and you don't want it because then it smells like just dog, and he farts a lot too. So it just doesn't. It's just not a good setup, honestly. You have to throw it off the bed before you use it. Oh, I think the side profile game is slowly improving. How pretty do I make him? He's got some lashes, that's decided.
And one bird, that is my, let's say that I'm an ornithologist.
So it was a hard decision of how long eyelashes should the dudes have. Because I don't want it to be just pure yaoi bait, but it's borderline. Yeah, I just can't wait for the arc where it's like, I have a remote job that's stay at home, you know? And I just draw all day. That arc is going to be the best. I can't wait. It's probably like 10 years from now, but the baddies on the clock is going to be absolutely crazy. Then I can be like those like Japanese Twitter accounts where they just post food and 10 out of 10 art. I feel like that's the final form for any artist. Oh yeah, I did get a haircut again, so we're extra bald now. But dude, the last person did this too, but she was just sitting with thinning shears for I would say like 15 minutes. Just to not, so I don't have an auto helmet. Because I have like a little too much, I would say, hair. So it's like, it just gets really fluffy. And it just defaults to like almost just a helmet. Just a perfect oval. If you don't do anything to it. And that's just not the move, I feel like. That's like, I don't know. I would say a top 10 worst looks that you could possibly go for. Some people pull it off, like the bowl cut action, but not for me. Wow, this pretty boy has some broken collarbones. Okay, we're slowly getting there. I don't know. We should probably do a pattern here. I think it'd look cool.
Before you make the thing, I want to tell you that this really going to say something important. This song is one of my favorite songs, along with some of the other music we're going to be hearing today. I chose it particularly for things that had a very strong meaning.
Couldn't fill the space that was yours. Couldn't fill the space that was yours. We couldn't fill the space that.
How is it possible? I don't know.
Okay, I'm not a big fan of how much just talking samples are in this music.
Put my music together and put my music.
Okay, that line's like way too strong. Kills the vibe if we have good line art. You need like kind of shitty line art all throughout. There we go. I have no idea what that is, by the way. Zero plan. It just looked cool in my head, so we threw it on the canvas. Let's make this like scales of something. There we go. That's something. Actually, I'm not the biggest fan of the scaleage. There we go. That's a little better. I guess we can base color it up now, huh? Oh yeah, I saw a comment. Apparently, this triangle is the move for the inverted color stuff, not the square. I guess the square makes things weird. I don't know. Oh, that is different values actually now that I'm flipping it. I don't know why. I've been a square head for this whole time, so I don't think I'm gonna change, honestly. But apparently, the triangle's better, is what I've been seeing on the interwebs. Don't know if I care, gonna be honest, but everyone I see uses the square though, so it's like, and I feel like if the triangle was better, it'd be the default option, right? So I imagine the people who made Clip Studio kind of know what they're doing. At least you'd hope.
Well, I was down. I've been down like for the last 7 or 8 days, man. Yeah, that's a bummer.
That's the bummer.
Yeah.
Dude.
Doing all capitals, no trick spelling. Got what it take to get it through your thick melon.
Okay, I don't know if that was the move.
Listen, I'm an old dog, these are all old tricks. From the old world, back to Mixel
I don't think I like that song. I don't like when they got yapping for 2 minutes of the beginning of a song. So just make it a separate like skit or something if we're gonna do that. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Okay, that one also might be getting a little too experimental for me. I just want some boom bap drum and bass, basically. You're scratching good spots in your brain. That's good. It's been a lot of random hairs, so I don't know how the coloring of it is gonna go, like, at all. Yeah, I kind of want to do more side profiles, but I was looking at like the stuff I did for my portfolio, and 2 of them are side profiles, and I feel like any more than that's not the best. Although, like, I've had no time to work on my. Okay, I guess I don't have. Restart that sentence. I started too much. I didn't have the discipline or time management to work on the next portfolio piece of any like anything substantial, so that one might be a drop. I like the idea, but it's been too long since I like had the idea initially, so we kind of lost the sauce a little bit. I'm not like urgently trying to get hired as an artist right now anyway, so if anything I should work on like software development portfolio first, so. Yeah, although I don't think it's in my I don't think it's my decision to get hired anyway for talking about art in the studio, because we got some too many skill issues, I feel like, for that. We're not quite there yet, so. Or in any fun position, because I don't really want to be drawing like barrels all day, so. For like $3 grand a year, I'll probably just pass on that. This might just be a zoom in and ignore the bottom part exists kind of situation. That looks okay enough, I guess. I'm not the biggest fan of the border on the bottom here, but I might just deal with that. He's like a fire guy. He uses fire, so I feel like I might just zoom in a teensy bit and then just do something with like the foreground and cut it out so I don't have to fully render it, I think is gonna be the move, so. I think we're going to be switching back to a lo-fi situation. I don't have the mental energy to deal with that. Okay, yeah, we like lo-fi more. And we like lo-fi more immediately. Okay. I'm already tired. I don't need to like decide if I like this music or not, so. Let's see. Yeah, because recently I've been trying out the lasso tool for this kind of thing, like the hair. But I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it or not. I feel like the shapes are like less natural when I do it that way. That could be a skill thing, you know. I'm open to that being the cause, is just like me not being used to it, but I wasn't a big enough fan to like make it work, I guess. Can't use lasso tool so stiff. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been feeling too. It's nice for like airbrush, like in combo with the airbrush, but solo lasso tool, but I've just never been a fan. I've always just liked drawing it by hand. I also feel like it's cheating, but it isn't, but in my head it is. Yeah, 'cause I don't like relying too much on like the digital tools. I might start doing more of that kind of like 3D models with backgrounds. Just because I feel like the time and accuracy there of like if I want a picnic table, it's like I'll just find a 3D model of a picnic table. But I don't know, anything past that I feel like is full cheatage. I mean, how people do like the 3D models and they just trace over the anatomy like digitally, and I'm like, I can't mentally agree. I don't think it like matters. I don't know if I'd call that cheating or not, but I wouldn't be able to. I would feel like I'm cheating. Even though that's such like a hard thing to actually like make a verdict on, you know? This single piece of hair is not really. I'm not really the biggest fan of it right now. I don't appreciate getting rage baited by a single strand of hair. Thank you very much. Okay, I think that's good for base stuff. I should probably pull up a reference for colors. Ugh. I think it's like mostly red. Okay, I was right. I'm trying to find like an actual reference that's not 2 pixels wide. Oh, they're all so bad. Okay, that one's good enough. Red hair, red cloak, pale as can be, black horns. Okay. That's all I needed. Got in, got out. I'm not gonna make him that pale. I think I'm gonna make him more tan, because I feel like it makes sense. It's like every welder I know is pretty tan, so I feel like he would be, because he like welds people with his fire. Because he's a cool, badass aura farmer, so. So, that's a decent red. That'll be good enough for who it's for, I think. want to leave some of this like base orange in. I saw someone do it in painting, like physical, like oil painting, and I don't know what the actual purpose of it is, but it seemed to make a cool effect. I don't know if it'll translate to digital very well, but I guess we'll find out. Worst case, nothing happens. And that is a fine worst case for me. Is there a reference for his armor? Okay, it is all gold. Okay. I can tell I'm getting unked out and just feel like getting old because all the smart features of like Firefox, especially Firefox, has been rage baiting me. But all that kind of stuff has been just annoying me to no end. I'm like, I get it. I get why old people just want the thing to work. It's kind of weird because I'm going to be working in IT, so like I'd be literally working with the tech, but dude, I can tell you for a fact my house is going to have 0 smart features. Like at all. I'd be chill with the house with no Wi-Fi too. That would be kind of sick. Cause like then I'm like, oh, you can't be brain rotted if you don't have a Wi-Fi. I thought about like going full nuclear with all my stuff and only having like one shitty laptop to access the interwebs on. It doesn't make a ton of sense for my current situation, to be honest. It would basically mean I change my drawing setup to a different laptop is how that'd be the easiest way to do that. Low-key, I want to be in the woods, know nothing. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, and I've noticed the trend of people who are like actually good like software developers. They go work for like a FANG like top 100 company for 10 years, and then you never see them again. They just buy a house, like buy a farm in Oregon, and I'm like, that's the move. That's just the vibe. I've been seeing a lot of like musicians do that too. Not really rap artists. At least not a lot of them. But it seems like the pipeline of like internet famous people. You just go after a little bit, you just touch grass, buy a thing in the middle of nowhere, and then just chill. Which honestly sounds peak. Maybe work at like work retail or something. I'm never working retail again. Oh my lord. Still am, but the day I leave. Yeah, my friend got hired at UPS and he was like, "Oh, this is so much better than retail." And then now he's like, "I'm gonna blow my head off." He's like, on my 15 because you only get a 15-minute break. Oh, they work short shifts too though, so it's not I think it's like 5 hours for 15. He's like, "Dude, I literally just sit outside so I can see the sun for once in the day." I'm like, "Whew. Yeah, that would blow." I was like, as white as I am, as pale as I am, I do go outside, I just don't tan. or I wear a hoodie. I do wear the hoodie is a big part of it because I sunburn. I burn way too easily. Like that's a genetic flaw for sure. Because I would say about 15 minutes, even if it's like a 2 UV day, we're cooked. Like physically cooked. We're done. And I just turn incredibly pink and then just get sunburned and then zero tan from it. Maybe a tiny bit. I mean, nothing measurable. So there is like a kind of tan line. This is heavy quotations on the tan line where the short sleeve ends, but yeah, like one time recently, me and my brother went fishing, and it was like a 2 or 3 UV, so I didn't have a hoodie on, and I was so sunburned. And we're just back to being pasty white again. Like I can already tell when I'm old, I'm gonna be so white, because I already am so white. I'm like, who in Europe in my family history was inbreeding enough to where I don't even get to tan, you know? It's just like, it's diabolical. I don't even know how the genetics make that happen. My mom's the same way. I got it from her. So I guess thank you. Although my brother and sister are the same way. My brother can he swears he can tan, but like he just wears like the short, like the white boys who wear the khaki shorts, those khaki shorts. He wears those ones. And there's a couple there's a little tannage going on. It's like, say this is how white he is. You could maybe squeak out like a this. So there's a color difference, but it's nothing to like go home about, you know. Yeah, my sister, she had to sit outside on the deck all summer to kind of not be pasty white. But it's reverting, like the second. Like the second it gets cold out, because it's already getting cold out. He truly tans. You could say, like my dad, he'll get like just crazy dark. But not me. He stole my height, that ain't it, and he stole my tan ability, which I'm not too bummed about that. I could just cosplay as like a mean anime girl, I guess. Because they always make them like as white as possible. Like Amelia from ReZero. I'll just make myself as pale as her. Well, I kind of already am, so. You know what? I can't say I'm the biggest fan of this pattern. It's not even a pattern. It's just like... Oh, we might just pop one of these out. Don't tell anyone. But we're erasing the pattern. It's a secret. Okay. So if we do a little swoopy deal. Okay. I feel like another time we might have to pop a new pattern out again. It just isn't very aesthetically pleasing, which, oh, and it's all on the same layer too, so I can't even. That's cool how I did that. Okay, we're just gonna have to erase it again. What if we make it gold? Is gold more aura? He's supposed to be like a general, so I feel like gold might be the move. My mic is so crisp. That's good news. It was like $30, so I'll take the win. The one before it was really bad. It was like a lapel mic, and someone in the comments was like, "It sounds like a tomato." So yeah, it was just buns, just flat out, and that cost more than this one. I feel like I had to have been using the last one wrong though, because like the reviews, they sounded good, and then I got it and it just sounded horrible. And my like environment's not the best for any audio stuff, because it's just in the middle of a room with a fan blowing right on it, and then my laptop's screaming right next to it too. So it does make me really self-conscious, like whenever I drink water or anything, or you just hear me breathing. Just not what I want to hear. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like the video where they said that is also the most reviewed one. I'm like, so do people just not care about audio quality? Is that what I'm getting? I can't even watch it. It sounds so bad. Just listening to music while drawing help. I just listen to music when I'm doing everything, like flat out. So I would normally be blasting. I normally listen to music very loud, and so I'll probably regret that in a few years. But yeah, all the music I normally listen to is definitely got some copyright behind it, so we can't listen to Yeet or anything right now. So we get lo-fi. Yeah, I normally listen to music doing almost everything, I would say. I've always got at least one pod in, I would say. Trying to get a second flower in here. Second type. Maybe it'll look good then. Hopefully. I'm not really a flower connoisseur, so I just kind of imagine what a flower would look like. But I don't draw them enough to have any specifics going on, so. Could be a new arc, I guess, is learning how to draw flowers. That's good enough. Okay, we're gonna copy that. Okay, that looks like actually bad. Just full on. I'm trying to make it vague enough so I don't have to do a ton of detail, but we might just end up throwing a ton of detail in here. Ooh. Dude, my chair's been doing this thing where it just slowly sinks down and just gets shorter and shorter. Oh. And like I don't notice it until I'm basically sitting on the floor. It just got me with that. Just pulled a sneaky little maneuver on me. Evil little chair, exactly. I also stole it out of the dump, so I'm sure it's got some history behind it. She was free, so free, and it's like 4 years old, I think. So I'm not gonna lie, I've had it for 4 years, so I actually don't know how old it is, but you know, who knows what it's been through. I think it was at using like the hospital. Heavy on the was, but mine now. Okay. She's obviously taking revenge. Exactly. I could buy a new one, but I just don't like. I don't know, stuff like that. I spend too. I do some research, right, and then I look on Reddit because I'm a cringe human, so you have to go on Reddit for all your advice. And I'm like, hey, what are reviews on this chair? No, not a single. I don't hear a single good thing. I'm like, okay, well, this chair is shit then. But then you don't hear a good thing about any chairs, and you're just like, oh, you're just picky little nice humans on the whole website. I've never had like an actual like gaming chair, which I don't know if that's like good for drawing or not. I feel like it isn't. This is just like the stereotypical doctor chair, because I think that's exactly what it was. I use a kitchen chair. Literally recommend anything else. Yeah, I used to use one of the metal fold-up ones for a little bit, but that did probably irreversible damage to my back. Because like even sitting here in like this, and the chair's like that I have right now is like objectively mid, but even sitting in this one, it is like my spine is crying for help. So I can't imagine. Was Walmart able to get a black and white one? $125. That's not bad. I might wait until I get like a good job and then just blow like $1,000 on a... What's the name brand one? There's like a name brand office chair. Herman Miller. I can get like an actual nice one. But I would like to just sit in it, you know, before I drop. Because those ones are like $1,000. And I'm like, dude. But that's the thing is like you look up reviews and everyone's like worth every cent. And I'm like, it can't be worth every cent. There's 0% chance. What would be worth every cent is me getting more storage because my laptop is about to fill up. It has 20 gigabytes left. I'm an artist back. Problems are in the description. Yeah. Well, it's that, and then my spine's not the happiest, unrelated. And then, yeah. And I'm just gonna say I can't imagine the squats are helping. You know. Still gonna do them, but I can't imagine they're helping. Got cookie dough instead. That's the move. My dad recently, like this morning, he bought, like Papa Murphy's sells like just tubs of cookie dough. He just bought one of those, and the way I had to hold myself back to even look at it, because I know my big back ass, I would destroy the whole thing if I had the chance. So I just had none. It's like once I open the floodgates, we're cooked, but the self-restraint. One bite gone. Exactly. Well, it's like, once, it's like, well, I'm in there, you know. And then at a certain point, you're like, well, I would feel bad putting it back in the fridge in case, because it's not a full serving. But then it's like I end up having 2.75 servings, you know? And it's like, okay, well, the whole cut's cooked now. Yeah, why would I leave a sliver left? Exactly. Actually, my sister has zero issue doing that with chips. She'll finish, not finish, you know when you just have the crumbs left where you just throw the bag away? She'll fill it back up with air, put the clip back on, and put it on top of the fridge. I'm like, what did you just do? I've been doing this thing where I log because I count all my calories, so I log it before I eat it. And if I don't like the number, then I just don't have it. And that's been working. But it's also kind of blows. Because I'm like, well, I actually wanted that, but now I can't have it because it said I can't have it. Yeah, and then I get blamed for the chip thing, by the way, because my dad's like, everyone needs the chips. I'm like, it literally isn't me. I'm just here. I'm existing. But I just get shafted with it because my school's online, so I'm just at home most of the time. So it's like, yeah, it's like, if I wanted to be a big back, I could devour all the chips, but I don't. I'm holding myself back from my true potential here. Yeah, he says he left some. Yeah, no, and that's just the greatest lie mankind has ever told right there. Oh, I could have sworn there was enough. There was that much when I put it back. Yeah, just eat the rest or throw it away. Okay, this pattern's way too much. There we go. We should probably have like a blue orb here then. And like a dark blue here. Let's actually go like basically purple. I don't know what this material is gonna be yet, but we can headcanon it later. Am I hungry? Let me open how many calories I have left and I'll answer you. I am hungry. Actually, it's 12:06, so the counter restarted. But no, I'm at 1953. So, no, I don't get to be. We're not hungry then. I probably will commit a sin and not do my cardio right now, but right after this, I guess. That's the debate of like, is doing your cardio or going to bed early better? Whoa. Syrup, you're coming in clutch. No, I just bought an 8-pack of tuna. And I haven't had it yet, but because my dog's next to me and he's a little fiend for the tuna. I'm not gonna lie. Anything with a smell. Anything that might. I'll just boil it down. Anything that he can fit in his face, you know. Yeah, I feel like sleep's better just in general, right? Where's this pop-up coming from? There we go. OBS just had a pop-up. You guys can't see it, but it was entrapping me. Yeah, if you're well rested, it's definitely better. I think I agree, because also just I did the math. I was gonna buy a Monster after work because I knew I was gonna be streaming. And then I did the math on how many caffeinations I've had today, and I had to hold myself back because I think we're 4 digits in today, and that's not where we want to be. Because I did some mental math, and I didn't finish the mental math because the numbers weren't looking too pretty. But yeah, it was a bit much for sure. Because yeah, and it was all within like an hour or 2 hours. Because it was a pre-workout and then a Monster after. But I don't know. I was like, eh. Yeah, denial definitely helps. Yeah, exactly. Like, if I just don't count it, it's not. And I wasn't doing bad, necessarily. I was doing pretty good, actually. But I don't, like, tweak out when I have caffeine either, so that probably is part of that. Because I know some people who it, like, actually affects, like, greatly. But I don't really... I don't get, like, crazy effects from the caffeinations, so... Because I feel like some people gotta be hyping it up. Because, they're like, oh man, I had a cup of coffee, I can't do anything. It's like, I'm tweaking. I'm like, bro, you just need... Bro, live a little. It's like, I don't do any other... anything. Any other substances. And I'm like... and I'm doing alright on the caffeinations. You get weird with caffeine? Yeah, I don't think I get like a noticeable effect because like my pre-workout has like other stuff in it that I feel like makes it more. I don't even know if it's energizing, but like focus boosting. You know, like it just gets you in the mood. Especially because like today was leg day, and if I don't have obscene dose of caffeine, I will almost 100% like just faint. So I'm like, okay, we need something to get me through, so I can drive to at least faint in the work parking lot. That'd be great. Which we didn't pass out at all. We got close. Oh, you get super talkative. I don't think I get that. I just like how coffee tastes too, but I'm not a big coffee head. Just in general. You gotta be careful. Hey, it's because we're cutting. If we're on a bulk, we're good. Because normally, if you're like, you're supposed to like eat before you do like strenuous stuff like that, but If you're cutting, you can't. So basic math tells you that stuff might get a little freaky. Which sometimes it does. Today it got a little freaky, but I can't go too crazy because my knee's still angry at me, so we can only go. We can't go above 3 plates for squat right now, but we should be balling soon enough, hopefully. Rarely drink coffee, but when I see free coffee somewhere, I lose self-control. That's valid. I'm a big fan of just throwing a ton of creamer in it, but it's I don't like sweet. I don't like eating stuff that much. In the morning, I guess is the better way to put it. Like I get like nauseous if it's like a huge meal in the morning. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I tore my patellar tendon in my right knee. It was probably like 2 months ago at this point, but it's like mostly healed, so we can squat. I'm not gonna be able to touch my max because my squat max is like 545. We're not gonna be able to touch that for a while, and I can't go too low. I can only go like right at 90 degrees. I used to go like ass to grass, which is kind of, I think, what caused that to do some tearage, but yeah. But we can do some weights. I can't heft heavy loads for a while, but that's, I guess, gonna have to be okay. We're kind of feeling it out. I don't think you're supposed to go all the way, but yeah, I think what the actual thing was, so I have flat feet as well. Okay, we're opening I'm making a diagram, okay? I don't know how to explain this. Okay, so I do the squats where you put the plate under your heel, right? Because you can go lower, like, because then your knees go further over your toes, so it's more quads and butt cheeks, which is what you want to hit. And I would go until like the booty touches as far as it can, right? Which, I mean, muscle-wise feels good, but I think so because that's a side profile. So we're looking from the front, because they're flat. Is like it pops one of these maneuvers, like it goes in, like the feet go in, right? And I guess because I was talking to a physical therapist, and you're supposed to like actively push your legs out, so that way you force an arch. So that then it's better, which I've been doing, but it's one of those things where like you have to learn the skill. And I guess also my hips had really bad like internal rotation. It was like a combo of things because my form was good, but it wasn't. There was small aspects about it that would like do some tearage, you know. Carbs has a big booty, just for a reference. You might be true. Oh, actually, on that topic, not trying to talk about my dumpy, but I had a lot of Gymshark like sweatpants, but they got really, really tight, and I don't like showing a lot of detail when I wear sweatpants. I like having room to breathe, okay? So these were starting to show some detail, so I was like, hey, Lily, I'll give you just 15 pairs of sweatpants. But I guess she doesn't have the dumpy game like I do, so she was like, dude, all your sweatpants are stretched out in the ass. I was like, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I gave you big shoes to fill, so. So now she has a ton of stretched out sweatpants. But like the actual sweatpants, like stretch out in the ass. That's what she said. She told me that like 2 days ago, and I didn't think they were that crazy. But I'm not really the booty inspector, though. I'm not. That's not my forte. So I'm not too sure. you want this problem. Just hit leg press too much. Actually, leg press is like, I've had 0 injuries doing leg press, and everyone says like that's how you get hurt. But you can just have some heavy loads on some leg press, you know. Like every bit of, I wouldn't even say 1,000 pounds on leg press is that crazy, just because it's such a like advantageous position, you know, like biomech. Okay, I'm not trying to sound like a nerd, but it's like a good position to push in, I guess is the best way to put it. So I feel like, yeah, you can just, it's a good ego lifting movement, I guess, is the best way to put that. But I've been having to do a lot of leg press because the knees weren't happy, but they're good now. They got some arthritis. I'm not gonna lie, we got a little bit of arthritic knees right now, and forever at this point. But I'll take what I can get. Okay. I wanted to try the hip thrust machine, just it's always taken. Because I've heard that it's like good for you. In like just as a human sense, like it's good for like your all, you know, all the like little muscles they don't think about. Apparently it's good for those. Is I guess what I saw it on TikTok, so who knows? Who knows how true it is, but I wanted it to be like, I wanted to try it, but it's always full. There's always people there. And I might just have to buy it. Like, I don't have enough weight, because that's another one of those things where you can have some loads around hip thrust too. It is? Okay, so maybe I should actually start doing it then. I'm gonna have to grow as a human to not be super self-conscious when I do it. So that's gonna have to be I guess a necessary evil. Let's see, big dog's hair. Okay. People don't think about the core need for it as well. Yeah, that's honestly the thing, because I already have a like really bad back. We got some vertebrae that aren't too happy. So I feel like any core stuff that isn't obliques, because I don't want to make my waist any wider, but it's so awkward. Yeah, it's gotta be. Because also, I think I talked about it before on stream. The placement of the machines at the gym I go to is diabolical. It's bad. So it's right in front of bench, and they're 2 feet away. So I'm like, oh. Yeah, it's like, and I just don't want to deal with that. Like, I am thinking about just scooting the machine over myself because they're not bolted down. So, but my brother did just buy a house, so I'm probably just gonna move in with him, and then I can switch gyms at that point. So. Hi, a person. How's it going? I don't know if you watched the Slimy Sakai, but this is Benimaru from the... Kind of making my own outfit up because I didn't feel like looking up a reference, but... That's a good enough blush. I'm not trying to make him like super kawaii, so this should be okay. Yeah, glad to see ya. We're kind of just yapping about whatever. There's no real rhyme or reason. Okay, I feel like the lips aren't really... I'm not trying to make him a baddie. I just want him to be, I guess, a male baddie. I guess we're a bottom lip only gang for now. Too late, he's a baddie. Yeah, I think the damage is done. Oh well, there's worse things to be in this world, you know. You could like work retail or something. Daddy is this yeah, as the Discord concludes. Alright, I was there, I saw the stud debate, and I was working, and I was like, I don't have the energy for this. I was like, I'm not gonna chip in. I don't know what to say that isn't horrible. Okay, I feel like having some like orange hairs in here would be kind of cool. Because he is like a fire guy. He uses like fire stuff, so. As you can probably tell from the aesthetics, but. Oh, Bimo, this actually isn't an OC. It's from the Slime Isekai. It's one of the characters. But if you do want your OC drawn, you can just throw it in. There's a channel in my Discord server that I normally look at. I think I'm pretty caught up in it, honestly. In the Discord server. I think I might have missed a few, but the majority I get through. Especially now that I stream more. It's easier to just do like, you know, 1 or 2 a week and kind of just burn through them that way, you know? Okay, now I feel like I need to make his skin more blush. I feel like I'm going a little too much in the eye here. Can't make him too fine. Oh, we got other problems. Well, honestly, the liner and hits. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do it the lazy way of you just clean up your sketch Cause yeah, I don't feel like doing actual line art. It just takes, I don't know, I just get bored. I just don't like doing it. Superior way, exactly. I feel like almost every time the lazier way is just the move. I think we're probably ready to do some shading, I want to say. At least you learn it the hard way, yeah. I mean, you get a cleaner drawing if you do it the hard way. That's the thing. And you could argue that a cleaner drawing looks better. So it's like, depending on your style, like if your style is like messy and gross like mine, then it's like, okay, that's chill. You can kind of just do whatever. But if you're trying to have like a neat, like actual anime style, then I feel like you gotta actually do line art. Or you're just the goat of line confidence and never have to do it. Okay. I'm gonna try and make this rendering like actually look good. Still need to get the sloppy parts down, but I want to have like an actual clean end result. I feel like for this time, so that's at least the goal. We'll have to see how that plays out. I might get lazy halfway through and just decide to ball out. Very possible still, but. See, I feel like that's gotta make sense. Okay. Oh, I was looking at flipped way too long. Now it looks weird here. Watching this makes me want to draw. Gotta pick up the pen, start drawing some baddies right now. Join the cult. Just give up all your social life and only draw now. It's the only option. Gonna draw the greatest baddies of all time. Exactly. That's the attitude we want. I'll just draw baddies right now. Exactly. This guy's like a demon daddy. That's gotta be someone's type. Oh, now here's the deciding point. How late do I want to stay up? Because it's already been an hour and a half on this guy. We could speedrun it. This is what I'm talking about, getting lazy halfway. It's the curse of just me having, I don't know, wanting to go to sleep, I guess. Not late, you need to sleep. Yeah. I guess nothing's saying I couldn't, I mean, God forbid, finish it off stream. Just spitballing. I'll decide how I feel at the base colors. I do plan on being up in 5 hours, so judging by how the hour night routine also hasn't happened yet. That might be a little rough wake up, I feel like. I mean, sounds like a good plan to me. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, think about it, right? Pre-workout exists for a reason. So. Luckily, at work, they hired a... Because, I mean, I'm just working part-time while I'm still in school, but they found out my school schedule was very flexible because it's all online. So they were like, hey, let me schedule you at 6 a.m. I was like, hey, no, please, thank you. So then they were scheduling me at 6 a.m. But they hired a full-timer who'd be doing that. So now I don't have to do that, which is amazing. Because that's a depressing shift, by the way. I'm going to stare at fluorescent lights at 6 a.m. That's just wonderful. Oh, was the council deciding I should go to bed? That was a pretty short. If we end it right now, that's a pretty short stream, though. You know. We'll give it like 20 more minutes, because then it's 2 hours even, and that's a cool number. If you can't get up, then it's okay. Yeah, it just means I'll go to the gym later, which is not ideal, but it will be all fine, because I have tomorrow off, actually. I'm kind of doing everything against what my brain wants me to do and foregoing drawing time for actual school stuff, so. Let's see, that's values hold up. Saw that on TikTok. You're supposed to turn your line art off. Make sure your values look good. I think that makes sense. Maybe it was Instagram. I think it was Instagram, actually. One of the brain rot platforms. You know, how I just said that, this might be a really good stopping point right here. Because then we're starting rendering, and I feel like that's not what I want to do right now. Because I kind of like to do rendering all in one sitting for the most part, so... I do want to fix the skin, though. I don't like how it's looking bad. Typically not a fan when it does that. It's top 3 dudes you've drawn. That's good. That's good news. Yeah, let me pull up the last side profile. It's been a minute. I think it was when I drew Dean a while ago. Or I guess the horizontal or not the horizontal, the last stream was technically a side profile. Yeah, I think, where are they? I'm trying to find this file and it's not filing. My downloads folder's a mess. I save all my files to downloads because I'm a baller. But it here we go. I think this was the last side profile, so we definitely got a little crispier since then. We're evolving. This was a few months ago. Or a month ago. I personally just pushed through the whole I work on one sitting and don't draw for like a day or two. I kind of force myself to draw every day. I like to do at least an hour. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I actually like this one less than I thought I did. Oh well, she's in the portfolio, so what can I say? Yeah, one guy, he wanted me to do stuff for his game, but he was like, all your stuff looks unfinished. And I was like, okay, if he means it could use more polish, that's true, because skill issue, it needs more polish, right? It comes with time, you know. But I was like, but he was like, no, the style's wrong. And I was like, what do you mean your style's wrong? That's the style, bro. I'll change the style, but like not for you. And he pointed to this one, and I was like, I see what he means. But also, it's like, it's not the best way of saying it, right? That's what I mean. That's the thing, is like, it's not the best first sentence to say to someone. Right. And I was like, okay. And guess how the negotiations went? Not very well. Yeah, and I didn't take, like, offense to it. Because I was like, okay, I'll just, you know, who cares? But I was like, bruh. I was like, you don't like the style. You're commissioning me for your game. I was like, what do you mean you don't like the style? I was like, that's what you're getting. I was like, why'd you reach out to me? I was like, why'd you reach out to me? I was like, hold on a minute. Yo, Dr. Doodle, how's it going? Oh, this one, you should have seen this one a while ago. This was part of the portfolio arc, because there's like this one, and then there's this one, and then there's this one, and then there's Chainsaw Man time, which I think I want to fix this one. I say that, actually I just lied, I don't want to fix it. This one got a little messy, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there's some art areas. I'm not at the big. I like the background on this one. I don't like the rest of this one, but Saber time. Yeah, they're all. I played Overwatch for 8 hours. Whoa, I'm a badass now. Yeah, I actually kind of mess with this one still. Do I? I don't know if I do or not. These ones I already kind of cleaned up. I did like a second rendering pass, but I'm not the biggest fan of the buildings on this one, so I think yeah, got a little lost in the sauce with the rendering. But oh well, they're there. Is that, I forgot his name? Oh, he's unfinished. Who would have thought? Ah, YouTube delay. Yeah, blame Starlink. Actually, I don't. I've dropped 463 frames this stream. Oh no. We're done. The career's over. Oh, I meant the Chainsaw Man one. Yeah, that one, that was it was a pretty fun one. It took a while, but I think it was like 14 hours or something, but yeah, there's this one I'm working on. Where the hell did it go? Okay, now I need to find it. Uh, 901. This one, I think, is the next, like, full splash thing that I'm gonna do. As you can tell, I started at the beginning of the month, and it's the end of the month, and I haven't really touched it, but this one's gonna need some love, but I like the idea. I don't know if we're gonna finish that one, but there's nothing to finish at this point, I guess, but I see the potential. Probably won't, I want to finish it. I just have to redraw the whole character's messed up. Like, she just looks bad. And the background's, just a lot of work. I'm just being lazy. Not really. I'm focusing on school. So. Trying to get a job that is fun, I think, is the plan. So. Oh, morning. I think you caught me about as close to the end of Mr. Stream as you could have. So I'm getting ready for Baddy-tober. Yeah. Oh, actually need to make this sheet for that. I didn't yet. I was just gonna ask ChatGPT to make me a sheet. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do our Inktober this year. It'll be little drawings. It won't be like crazy full ones, I think. I thought about it, but I was planning on it, but I was thinking about it recently, and I was like, I don't really have much free time right now, so. And I probably won't until I graduate, so. Baddy-tober's so much better. Oh, you gotta hop in. I guess you don't have to do every day, though. Yeah, I'll do some. I don't know if I'll do a ton, but I guess if I drew it on paper, would be good. Because I normally do like 10 sketchbook pages a day, or usually something like that, so. Or at least try to. Some days, you don't get the ton, but the attempt was there. So excited to get back to drawing for fun. Been prepping for a market, and it's actually pretty depressing. Yeah, I had that a little bit with the portfolio, because I was like, way overthinking, like, oh my god, is the industry gonna like this? And I was like, I'm acid drawing anyway, so they're not gonna hire me right now in the first place. So I was like, I'll just make cool looking drawings and we'll figure it out, I think, is what I decided. Because I'm gonna be honest, I think the idea of working in like the game industry as an artist sounds cool, but I don't know if I would actually like the work. I kind of like don't like listening to people, I've been finding out. I think I said that wrong. But I don't feel like... I don't know how to explain it properly, so... When you're in paper, you're like 10x faster, but you don't like how they come out. I think my paper ones turn out pretty decent. Oh, I'm trying to reach Mr. Sketchbook right now. Yeah, a lot of my sketchbook stuff is like... really messy, so... Because it's like practice. And you would just assume that it's messy. I might take some shitty pictures real quick. There are, in fact, some halfway decent drawings in the sketchbook. Who would have thought? Throw it back. Throw it back. Pictures acquired. I just need to send them. I think after picture share, we'll end streamu. Okay. Here's just the first few from the last few days, but... Oh, that's the same one twice. Crazy. Here we go. There's some halfway decent stuff in there. A lot of practice that isn't really useful at all, but... A lot of trying to actually draw eyes halfway decently, which aren't going... It's not going well. The consistent eyes is... It just isn't happening. We'll get it eventually, but... You see feet... There's a lot of grippers in the sketchbook, not gonna lie. I've found that it's proportionate between... Because feet are like the harder shape to draw, so it's like... The better you are at drawing them and hands are both good examples. You get better at other things. Because it's like, if you can draw this weird fleshy mass in perspective, then it's like, okay, you can also draw anything. That's just the wrong thing. Flashbanged you, my bad. Yeah, a lot of hands too. But yeah, this one just looks goofy. I'm not a fan. I think it needs to be like... Liquify would... See, look at how quick that is with Liquify. It just solves it right away. Look at this one. Yeah. These eyes were good. I drew a deer as well. Yeah. It's like fun warm-up right when I wake up to just do the... My struggle with fingers are just too long. I have that issue. I think it's like... Oh, you can tell that they read webtoons when they started drawing. Because all the fingers are crazy. Like one of the things that got me started drawing was solo leveling, and dude, all of them are like 18 feet tall. And it's like, okay, we can chill out here. And now that's permanently stuck in my anatomy brain, so. But yeah, I think that might be it tonight. We'll have to see when the next stream is. I kind of work all weekend, so it might be next, like, Monday. But we'll have to play that by ear. We might just go after work Saturday or something. I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Who knows? I can't tell the future. Yeah, just make them blobs. Just draw hands. They're just basically mittens. Call it a day. Yeah, have a good one. I'll probably try and schedule the next stream in advance, but bye.